Alright, so I was doing some searching on the internet for a tutorial on how to replace the power button on an SX Active, and unfortunately couldn't find one, so I decided that I was going to do it myself and make one. So basically what we have is it's a two-part system for the power button and the volume button as well. In order to replace those, you have to remove this rear housing, and it comes in two pieces. You have to separate those. And in order to do that, I want to put it back together here so you can see. But in order to do that, it's kind of very similar to removing the mid frame. This button stuck here. There we go. So it's very similar to removing the mid frame. So now we have one piece, looks like normal. What I realized was that this was, like I said, two pieces, so there's a little groove, and you can kind of see it here, but you want to stick a little plastic tool. Probably wouldn't recommend using metal, but so you're just going to go around the edges and just break it free. And of course mine's a little bit easier since I already did it once, but if you go all the way around the edge, you will notice that these covers here, I attempted to remove this one, so that's why it's coming loose. This one's also coming loose just from separating the two pieces. In order to replace these buttons here, you have to remove this plastic piece, which you don't want to remove, I found out, until after you separate the two pieces, because there are clips that you'll break if you decide to remove them before separating. So make sure you separate this. So I'm going to continue working around the edge here. And I did notice one side was a little bit more difficult than the other. So we're just going to keep working around here. There we go. So we're separated. So what we've got, of course, the two pieces. I'm going to set this aside. We have the power button here, and I don't know if you can see, but there's some black spots here, so this power button is definitely bad. Looks like it got burned out somehow. So that's the contacts for the power button there. Then of course you have the other side, which has the volume up and volume down buttons. So what we're going to do in order to remove that power button, it's fairly simple from here. There's another piece that we have to remove. It's going to be this cover here. You don't have to remove it. It is, I realize it's held on by adhesive, of course, because the Active is meant to be water resistant. So in order to remove this power button and get it out of here, we do have to lift up on this a little bit, and like I said, it's got adhesive all the way around, so it's definitely not as easy as what I just did. I've already kind of loosened it up. So what I'm going to do is just kind of lift this up here and give me enough room so that I can get that power button out, because I don't want to go through the trouble of removing the entire back cover here if it's not necessary. So what we're going to do is come in here. There is a little lip here, so you just have to kind of lift it up. Of course, if we're replacing the power button, we don't have to be too gentle with this flex, but so then I'm going to come in, hopefully you can see that, and I'm just going to lift this up. Now you want to be careful, there is a little piece of adhesive again that seals off that power button, so you try to leave that so we can reuse that. Otherwise it's not very hard to throw some more adhesive down there if you do mess it up. So now the power button is off, we're going to put a new one on there. I don't have the new one with me, but as you can see, it's fairly simple from here, and this is not a repair that I would recommend for people that have not done something like this before. For those of you who have, this from here, I think you can figure out. Of course, it's all putting it back together at this point. So hopefully that helps somebody. I know that I certainly hoped I had this video, so hope you enjoyed.